You've probably heard that old saying, right? The eyes are the window to the soul. But what if I told you they're also a window to your heart, your brain, your entire circulatory system? Today, we are going to dive into the incredible, and sometimes kind of misunderstood ways your eyes can reveal some deep secrets about your overall health. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with this fascinating idea. Could a map of your entire body be hiding in the colored part of your eye? I mean, just imagine being able to spot an issue with your liver or your kidneys just by looking at those beautiful, intricate patterns. This whole concept is the foundation of a practice called iridology.
Okay, so here's how it's supposed to work. Practitioners of iridology use these really detailed charts that map the iris out kind of like a clock face. Every tiny little section is said to line up with a specific organ or body system. So, if they see a little mark in what they call the kidney zone, that might suggest there's a problem there. It's a very appealing idea, right? So simple. But does it actually work?
Well, to put it bluntly, no. The overwhelming scientific and medical consensus is pretty clear on this one. This quote from a 2024 paper really sums it up perfectly. You see, even though it's been around for a long time, iridology has consistently failed to hold up under proper scientific testing. It's now pretty much considered a pseudoscience.
But this is where things get really interesting. Despite what the science says, public opinion tells a totally different story. A survey just last year found that a majority of people would still consider going for an iridology consultation, and nearly half of them would actually trust the results. And this gap, this is exactly why we need to separate the facts from the fiction. Because here's the twist. The core idea that your eyes are a window to your health is absolutely true. People have just been looking in the wrong place. And here is the crucial point. The secret isn't in the iris, the blue, brown, or green part of your eye. The real diagnostic powerhouse is the retina. That's the light-sensitive tissue way in the back. While your iris just handles your eye color, the retina gives doctors a direct, unfiltered look at your actual nerves and blood vessels.
So here's the big reveal. Medical professionals, real doctors, they aren't examining the surface of your iris at all. They're actually using your pupil as a literal window, peering deep inside to see what's going on at the very back wall of your eye. This is where the real, scientifically proven clues to your health are hiding.
The medical test they use is called a fundoscopy, or sometimes you'll hear it called an ophthalmoscopy. It sounds complicated, but it's simple, it's painless, and it's a standard part of a lot of exams. They just use a lighted magnifying tool, an ophthalmoscope, to see the retina, the optic nerve, and all those delicate little blood vessels that keep everything running.
The whole process is really straightforward. First, they'll dim the lights, which helps your pupils widen up. Sometimes they might use eye drops to dilate your pupils even more, just to get a better view. Then, the doctor just looks through that little tool and examines the fundus. That's just the technical term for the back surface of your eye. And they're just looking for any telltale signs of disease.
Now, this is what makes the eye so extraordinary from a medical perspective. It is the only place in the entire human body where a doctor can see your blood vessels and nerves in their natural state without making a single cut. It's an incredible, totally non-invasive window into your circulatory and nervous systems. It's just amazing.
And this shows exactly what they can find. For instance, high blood pressure can actually cause those tiny arteries in the retina to get narrow or even to bleed. With diabetes, the vessels can get leaky, which causes the retina to swell. They can even spot signs of high cholesterol, which can show up as a faint gray-white line of fat on the cornea. These are critical early warnings for diseases that might otherwise go completely unnoticed.
But the connection goes even deeper than just your circulatory system. As this quote from an NIH review points out, the retina is now being called a window to the brain. It's being seriously looked at as a powerful tool for the early detection of neurodegenerative conditions, especially Alzheimer's disease.
So why is this? How is this even possible? Well, believe it or not, when we develop as embryos, our retinas and our brains actually grow from the very same tissue. The retina is a direct extension of your central nervous system. Because of that, scientists have found the very same toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's, amyloid beta and tau, right there in the tissue of the retina. And get this, some studies are even suggesting these changes can appear in the retina before they're even detectable in the brain.
So the big takeaway here is that we really need to reframe how we think about an eye exam. It's not just about getting a new prescription for your glasses. A comprehensive eye exam, especially one where they dilate your pupils, is a critical, painless, and non-invasive screening tool for your entire body, from your heart all the way to your brain. Your eyes can hold vital clues to some of the biggest health challenges we face, and often those clues show up there long before any other symptoms do. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?